Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. This is Louis here, Lead Goalkeeper Development Coach and RDC Assistant Manager at Cambridge United Football Club. I'm delighted to present to you our Lockdown Lessons, which is our new 4-week block of virtual content for you to get involved with during Lockdown 2. Now, we thought obviously while you're not allowed to attend the sessions, it'd be really good to give you some stuff to be going on with, obviously, until we can return at the end of the lockdown. So here's the plan we came up with. We've decided to do 4 weeks, 4 corners. So the 4-corner model, of those that don't know, is the FA's model for developing players holistically, which obviously means to coach both the person and the player. So developing players as a whole, rather than just their football skills. So how this is going to look is it's going to be week 1, we're going to focus on some technical stuff, which is obviously this video. Week 2, some psychological stuff, so some stuff to get you thinking, work on the mental side of things. Week 3 will be social, so maybe a little challenge to help you there. And week 4 is going to be physical, so some nice tough physical challenges to keep you nice and fit going into the Christmas break. That's the plan anyway, and we're really excited to share with you some of the things we've got for you over the next couple or 4 weeks, in fact. Now, this video, as I said before, is technical, and it is going to be an indoor skills program. So what we thought is, obviously, it's getting a bit cold, it's a bit dark after school now, so it's quite hard to get out and do your football sessions. So we thought we'd give you some information and some ideas on some football stuff you can do indoors. Obviously now it's really dark in the evenings. Now obviously this comes down to whether you're allowed to, obviously with your parent or guardian. Make sure that's okay with them. Make sure you're finding a nice area where there's nothing breakable, where you can't do any damage, and maybe make sure you've got a football that's not a normal football, if you like. So something different, like maybe a small sponge ball, or one of them small inflatable like beach ball type things. Anyway, we'll get onto that later in the video, because you'll see some of the different things we've been doing. Obviously we've been careful in our houses not to break anything as well, and we've used some interesting techniques for that. Anyway, as long as it's okay for you to get involved, I will leave you the rest of the video. Everything in here can also be done outside if all else fails, but obviously we just wanted to give you something a little bit different. Without further ado, let's get into it. So here we go. As you can see, I've used 4 water bottles from my time as an EGA manager, and I'm just working on a little bit of toe taps here. So I started off static toe taps, and then toe taps moving the ball. I've used the square to help with my close control, just to give me a bit of a frame of reference and to make sure my ball's not flying everywhere. And here you can see a little bit of penguin feet, just getting myself nice and warm. And again, we're into using different parts of the foot. So a real important thing for me is, in a tight space, can you use as many different parts of the foot as possible. So here I'm working on outsides, insides, and sole rolls. And again, here's a little balance one. Again, sort of a warm-up, just to keep yourself nice and practice on your balance and your agility. And as you can see, I'm just rolling the ball around my left foot with my right foot. And here I've changed feet, so I'm working on my weak foot again. Keep the ball under nice close control. Trying to use different surfaces. Bit of laces there. Or I'm using socks, but if there was laces, it would be laces. Did lost control of the ball there, but hey ho. And here we go, moving the ball, around the water bottles. Again, you can use anything you want for this. Again, I've got a real soft, inflatable miniature football here, which is ideal for working on my my close control. Being a goalkeeper, it's not something that I pretend to be very good at, but lockdown's been really useful for me to practice. As you can see here, switching to my weak foot as well. My weak foot is very weak, so it's quite a good opportunity for me to improve. And like I say, keep the ball under nice close control, making sure that we're working on keeping the ball close to us and under control. And now here we've turned it up a little bit, so again I've made the square slightly bigger, but again still working in a very tight area on this lovely piece of wooden floor. And again, yeah, just working on a little bit of close control, a little bit of freestyle, moving around the cones, and working on my touch and ball mastery. Ball nearly went there, but it saved itself, which is lucky. I have to refilm the whole clip again otherwise. And here we go now, just a little bit on my flip flaps or change of direction. So you probably can't see, but I've got my brother standing on the other side there, even though I managed to hit the fridge most of the time. And yeah, just literally going up to the cones or going up to the bottles, a little change of direction, and then popping the ball through the gate, as you can see there. Last one, it's quite a nice tech as that, to be fair. And here we go now, using the 3 bottles, so lost one. And we're just going to work on a little bit of dribbling. So here I'm working on the inside of my feet only. Again, trying to make it really small area. Don't want to have big touches. Want to have small touches. Good opportunity to work on this inside, and then just building up the speed gradually. So this is quite near the end of my session where I've built up my speed. And here we go, work on the outside of the boot or the foot now. So looking at keeping the ball really close in to your feet. Again, this is quite a challenge, but making sure I use the outside of both my feet as well, and I've gone really slowly there. That's quite embarrassing. Okay, it's a bit better, a bit faster now. So there we go. And then we're on to the last one, which is sole rolls. So obviously keeping the ball underneath my feet there. Again, making sure I'm using both feet, similar to what I was doing in the box. Also really, really important to use both feet and keep the ball close to your body. And here we go. What I've done is just to mix it up a little bit, I've used a tiny little sponge football just to add some additional challenge. You can also use your laces, maybe some other parts of your foot as well, perhaps heel. Try and be creative. And so here we have our Head of Youth Development and GDC and Elite Manager Charlotte Crisp performing some of the slowest keepy uppies I've ever seen. No, I'm just joking, but the whole idea of this video is to be as creative as possible and see how many different tricks and skills and what might be your highest total is with different objects. So here we've got something a bit more conventional, just trying to sort of see what your close control's like using different objects, and obviously real great tech is there. Slightly smaller object here as well. And yeah, no, I could never do this. This is, oh my goodness, yeah, this is brilliant. And yeah, and here we go with a pair of socks as well. So fantastic totals from Charlotte. Can you beat her scores?
Hi there, it's Mitchell Clark. So I just wanted to make sure that we're staying healthy while we're in this lockdown. So we're just going to do a few SAQs, which is speed, agility and quickness. Now I might be using cones, but you can use stuff like household items, and I'm also going to be using bibs, and you can use maybe like towels or rags or maybe clothes as well. Obviously that's up to your parents. So let's get onto it, and we'll do loads and loads and loads of energy, okay?
Perfect, thanks Mitchell. And speaking of loads and loads of energy, here I am again. So as you can see, Mitchell here starts on the first yellow cone, uses his toe tap, dribbles the ball backwards to the second yellow cone, sprints to the red, and then recovers. So here we go, we'll have a little watch and do it together. So feet backwards, feet back, dribbling back, ball in close control, sprint to the red cone, sideways feet across the other red cone, recover back. As you can see, there's a little zigzag in there, so he goes back to the yellow before retreating backwards. So really, really important to work on different movements, different directions with your speed, quickness and agility. So as you can see, explodes away to the red cone, moves his feet nice and sharp on his toes, recovering back and starts again. Really, really good one. This is a little reaction game. I reckon you could probably do this in your living room as well, but again, much better outside in your local park perhaps. So as you can see, there's a colour shouted, yellow or green. Mitchell goes to the orange cone and then reacts, picks up the bib and then throws it away like he doesn't care. But he does care though, because this is really, really important to work on your bib throwing skills and also your backwards and forward speed and sharpness of reaction and movement. So really, really good. To be honest, pretty creative. So here you see I've set myself up at the bottom of the stairs with my trusty blue football again, and I've got my mum to fling the ball down the stairs at me. So as you can see, really actually a good way to work on your first touch, and as you can see, I need a lot of work on my first touch. But yeah, so be really, really creative in finding different places around the house. Don't stub your toe because that really hurts, and try and see what works for you. This worked quite well for me. I was quite pleased with this. I may introduce this into my training regime in the future. Anyway, please share with us your results. Let us know if you think of a fantastic game that you can do indoors to develop your football skills. We really hope you've enjoyed this video. Please let us know if you have, and please let us know if you've got any future ideas of things you'd like to see from us at Cambridge United. As you can see, not everything works perfectly, and some things take absolutely ages. But still, all a really, really good learning experience. So all the very best from all of us at Cambridge United FC, and we'll look forward to seeing you very soon. Bye-bye.